Hi everyone, what's up? All good? Great. Today we will be solving the question Rearrange array elements by sign. Let's see what is this question. You are given a zero index integer array nums of even length consisting of an equal number of positive and negative integers. Okay, we are given with an integer array nums which contains equal number of positive and negative integers. Okay. You should rearrange the elements of nums such that the modified array follows the given conditions. Okay, let's see what are those conditions. Every consecutive pair of integers have opposite signs. For all integers with the same sign, the order in which they were present in nums is preserved, and the rearranged array begins with a positive integer. Okay. Return the modified array after rearranging the elements to satisfy the aforementioned conditions. Okay, so we are given with an integer array nums, and what we need to follow some rules to modify it. Okay, and what are those conditions? One is that every consecutive pair should have opposite signs. For all the integers with the same sign, the order in which they were present in nums is preserved. Let's see with an example. Okay, so see, we are given with an input nums 3, 1, minus 2, minus 5, 2, and 4. And see the output 3, minus 2, 1, minus 5, 2, and minus 4. So all two consecutive integers have opposite signs, right? And the order in which they are in the nums, like 3, 1, and 2 are in this order in the nums, and 3, 1, 2 are also in the same order in the output. Minus 2, minus 5, minus 4 are in this order in the nums, and minus 2, minus 5, and minus 4 are in the same order in the result. And what was the third condition? The rearranged array begins with a positive integer. And see, the answer is beginning with a positive integer. Okay, so I think you got the question now. How can we solve it? First of all, if we can just able to track all the positive and negative numbers, and then we can simply merge them. So we will be able to find the rearranged array, right? So let's say if I will start iterating in this array and start storing the positive integers in a separate array and the negative integers in the other array. So in this way, the order of numbers will be preserved, right? Okay. Now what I need to do, I just need to merge these two arrays starting with a positive integer. Okay, cool. Okay, now what I can see. Now how can I merge it? So let's see with output. So you can see that the positive integers are occurring at indexes 0, 2, and 5. And if there will be next integer, positive integer, then it must be present at 6. But in this case, there is no, so let it be. And the negative integers are at index 1, 3, and 5. So I think you can see something here like positive integers are occurring at even indexes and negative integers are occurring at odd indexes. Okay, I think you got it. Now we just need to merge these two arrays. So, how we can merge it? We can just simply iterate and we can just insert the positive integer at even index and negative integer at odd index. So in this way, you will be able to merge the two arrays and will be able to find the rearranged array. So what we have done? We have first to find the positive array and negative array. We have separated the arrays with the positive integers storing in this separate array and negative integers storing in other array. Okay. Now we just need to merge these arrays, and we have seen that positive integers are occurring at even indexes and negative integers are occurring at odd indexes. So we have simply modified our array. Now what is the time and space complexity of this? Okay, just a second. Now what is the time and space complexity? As this iteration is taking big O of n, and this iteration is taking big O of n by 2. So its overall time complexity will be n plus n by 2, which is 2n. Okay, big O of 2n. Correct. Um, yeah, just wait a second. Yeah, okay. So its time complexity is big O of 2n. And what will be its space complexity? Any guesses for the space complexity? As we are storing these integers in separate arrays, and by two integers will be in this array, and by two integers will be in this array. So its overall space complexity will be big O of n. Okay. Now time and space complexities looks good, but not that much good. So like time complexity is big O of 2n and space complexity is big O of n. Can we optimize any one of these? I don't think we will be able to optimize space complexity as we will be needing the space at some point in our logic. So can we optimize this big O of 2n to one iteration? Like here we are needing two iterations for it. Can we do it in a single iteration? Let's see if we can do it in a single iteration, then it would be very great, much better. Okay, so let's start with iterating it this array. So we know that first positive index will be occurring at this index. It means 0th index, and first negative index will be occurring at 1 index. Okay. So whenever we have now we start iterating this array from there. Here. Okay. Now if we are at this point, so as it is positive, so we will simply store it at our 0th index. Okay, cool, very good. Now we are at this index. Now we will increment this pointer by 2. It means it is pointing to index 2. As it was earlier, it was pointing to index 0. Now we will increment it. Now it is pointing to index 2. Cool, very good. Now we are at this index. It is also greater than 0. Oh, very good. So I will insert it here and it also increment this pointer by 2. Now I am at this. No, it is less than 0. So I will simply put it here at which the our negative index pointer is pointing. Now I will increment this pointer by 2. Now it is pointing here. Now I am at minus 5. Yeah, it is also less than 0. So it will also go where the next pointer, negative pointer is pointing. Now I am at 2. I will also increment this pointer again by 2. Now I am at 2, which is greater than 0. So it will go here where the positive pointer is pointing. Now positive pointer is pointing to this. I get this is out of bound. I have made one extra space, no issues. So now I am at here minus 4, which is less than 0. So this will go where the negative index pointer is pointing, and this will also go out of bound. So in this way, you can see that we are able to find our resultant answer, which is equal to this output 3 minus 2, 1 minus 5, 2, and minus 4. So I hope you get it. Like, first of all, we will initialize two pointers with 0 and 1 at index, which are positive in pointers and negative pointers. And we will start simply iterating our array. And if we encounter a positive number, we will push it at the positive index, and if we encounter a negative integer, we will push it at the negative index. Okay, so this logic is taking only single iteration, so its overall time complexity will be big O of n, and as we are storing an extra space of big O of n for storing the result and not modifying that array only, so it is also taking a space of big O of n. Okay, so now let's try code this approach so that you will get a better idea. First of all, I will store the size of the result, size of the nums in n. Now I will create another vector result with size n, and I will initialize two pointer positive index pointer with 0 and negative index pointer with 1. Now I will start iterating in that array, and if now that integer is positive, I will simply insert it at positive index. and increment the positive index by 2. And if the integer is negative, I will simply insert it at negative index and increment the negative index pointer by 2. And finally, we will return our result. Got it. Let's try run this. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's try submitting it. So as we have discussed the time and space complexity. So time complexity will be big O of n as it is taking only single iteration, and space complexity will also be big O of n as we are using an extra space of n to store the result. Okay, so yeah, this question is done. I hope you get it. If you still have any doubts, you can post in the comment section. I will surely answer them. Till then, bye bye guys. See you soon in the next video.